Well, well, well. I've been expecting you. Have I? I don't know. Howdy. How's it going? Hey. Hey. Oh, sorry. Hey. How's it going? Alright, look. Intros are hard, alright? I'm sure one of those intros are gonna work. I'm sure one of them is gonna be super cool and funny, and that's the one I'm gonna go with. And we're gonna be cool, and it's gonna be so funny. Man, is it good to be back. How are you guys doing? It's a rhetorical question. You can't answer back to me unless you answer back in the comments, and then you can. Think about it. Sorry, this is a weird start to the video. This is, of course, the fourth installment now of Is It Worth Downloading? I'm pretty sure you guys already know the rules and what's going on here, but quick little rundown summary. Pretty much, I'm going to go ahead and try 3 games tonight, and I'm going to let you know simply, is it worth downloading? Of course, I'll give a little synopsis, I'll give a little bit of a review, and I'll give a rating. But, you know, the main gist, is it worth downloading or not? Maybe. I don't know. Can I talk? Probably not. Now, unlike other episodes, this one's got a little bit of a twist, if you couldn't tell from the thumbnail and title. Of course, we're actually doing VR games today. That there is where it is, right here. So hey, that's cool. That's fun. That's interesting. Sorry for blowing into the mic. That's probably really horrible and awful to hear. I need to quit laughing at my own jokes. They're not really funny. I can't even say that. Gosh, I'm hilarious. So yeah, I mean, honestly, there's no point in wasting any more time, right? So let's go ahead and get right into the first game. Okay, so the very first game I tried out tonight was Test Subject 901. This one was your nice horror VR experience. Now, for those of you who know me, I don't like horror, period. I don't like horror to begin with in video games. Not because it's like bad or anything, but because I'm a baby back bitch. It's not something that I can tolerate or handle for some reason. So when you put a fucking VR headset on where it's right in front of your face and you are just right in on the action, it doesn't help, believe it or not. I was terrified all the way through, except for maybe the little bit of the beginning. Now, what do you do in this game? You're pretty much, as the title would insinuate, you're kind of a test subject in a way. You're testing out this new piece of equipment in this like laboratory kind of environment where it's essentially a teleporter. It's a little brick with a button and you can teleport. Now, for those of you who don't know or do not play VR, movement is a bit of a heavily debated topic. Some games allow you to use the thumbstick on the controller to freely move your character around, but for some people, that can be very, very sickening. Similar to like how you get seasickness, you can get VR sickness. So alternatively, a method of movement that some games use is teleportation. And so, as you can tell, they kind of like bake teleportation right into the story, letting you know that, hey, don't worry about it, you can teleport. Now, it's not so much of like you can teleport across the map as much as kind of like throwing a little stone in front of you. So it doesn't completely kill the suspense of being able to like just teleport away from the monster. Speaking of which, yeah, there's a giant fucking monster on the laboratory. I almost said on the ship. I'm pretty sure it's just a laboratory that is just constantly hunting you down. Now, your main objective is to get the hell out of there, but you can't do that unless you have the proper clearance. Now, the only way to get higher clearance is to sort of like walk around in this big puzzle room and find little cards that give you higher levels of clearance that let you enter different rooms and eventually allow you to escape if you win the game. Now, I wouldn't know exactly what winning the game looks like because I never won. You're trying to like figure out puzzles and look for things while a giant monster is just like surveying the room constantly, looking to like knock your shit out. If that sounds terrifying and really hard to focus during, that's because it is. It's terrifying. So, you know, if that's your thing, if you want to be scared and you want to feel helpless and in peril 24/7, hey, this is your thing. You're gonna like it. Me personally, I don't really care for that, so I did not have that great of an experience, but I do see how it is a good game, and for someone who wants that, you get it. Now, in terms of a score, that's a little bit difficult because I really did not have a good time playing it, but the actual core mechanics of the game and the gameplay is fun. It's engaging. Nothing was too horribly glitchy or like messed up or screwed up. So I would give it a 7 out of 10. I'd give it a 7 out of 10, but put a little asterisk of Flabber not liking scary games. But hey, if you like it and you got yourself a VR headset, go ahead and download this puppy. I think it's worth a download. Let's go ahead and get on to the next game then. No more scary games. No more scary games. We're good. We're done. Alright, so up next we had Surgeon Simulator VR Meet the Medic, specifically. That's sort of the free variant that's on Steam. And this game is a puzzle in of itself. Pretty much as soon as you start the game, you are immediately met with your objective, which is perform a heart transplant. No instructions. No one tells you how to do it. There aren't like rules to how to do it, or I mean there are, but you're not told them. So you pretty much just have to figure out surgery on the fly, which can be difficult and kind of is difficult. I mean, that's the whole point, you know? Now, you aren't totally helpless. You have a whole bunch of tools, a whole array of tools for you to use, break ribs, cut little organs out, and all, and a fridge that hosts the new organs. Now, if I'm being completely honest, I spent way too much time just like smacking the poor patient on the table because it's just so fun. Again, if you haven't played VR, just everything is so interactive with these games. You can just like pick up and play with things that you probably shouldn't be playing with while patient's bleeding out on the table, but you just have such a blast, you kind of just forget what's going on sometimes. But there is a little like heart monitor thing that's going like beep, beep, beep. So it kind of kicks you into gear to like, hey, we should probably focus on the objective and save this poor man's life, right? Now, this honestly was a blast. I had a lot of fun, but there wasn't a whole lot to it. Now, to be fair, this is a free game. And it is a VR game. VR games are not easy to make. They're pretty expensive, so asking for this huge multi-hour experience out of something that costed $0.00 is a tall order. So I won't hold that against it completely. Having the Team Fortress 2 characters, it adds its own little spark of personality and uniqueness. So overall, if any of that sounded interesting to you, I suggest you check it out. I'd probably give it like 7 out of 10. I did have a lot of fun. It just felt at times that it was a little bit empty. I felt like there were some things they kind of added to it to try to like not guide you necessarily, but kind of help you, because I played this over like 100 times and I still couldn't figure out how to properly do it. Now maybe I'm just dumb and I don't know how to perform heart surgery. But I don't know. I felt like it wasn't perfect, and I think a 7 out of 10 is honestly a pretty good rating nonetheless. So, hey, did I say that already? It is worth a download, in case I didn't say that. And finally, the final game of the night that I played was accounting. Yeah, that's it, just accounting. There is a lot more under the surface than you may think with a title like accounting. Instead of you just sitting at a desk and doing calculations, you actually experience this huge storyline of traveling to different VR worlds and trying to escape these pretty much dilemmas you're thrown into. Now, this game is actually made by one of the creators of Rick and Morty, and it's pretty obvious when a lot of the characters in the game sound like Rick and Morty characters, specifically Justin Roiland's characters. But dude, this game is a riot. All right, it is hilarious from start to finish. I guess I should give a little bit of a disclaimer. It is a mature game. There are certain subjects and actions that you perform that aren't exactly appropriate for children. But that goes for pretty much anything and everything on this channel. So is that surprising to you? For real, I hate to be vague, but I'm purposefully trying to be vague. It's pretty much just a puzzle game, and you are in different environments, and you try to figure it out. Meanwhile, jokes are being spewed at you, and you're just overall having a great time. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you couldn't tell from the glowing review, this game's easily a 10 out of 10. I mean, who am I fooling, right? There's no way I have that fun. Like, I was straight up giggling like a child from beginning to end. Like, it was a blast. It's a lot of fun. I'm sure it's gonna get a laugh out of you. So go for it. It is definitely worth a download. All right, and just like that, I'm already done. Look at that. I figured out how to make these a lot shorter. No, it also helps that VR games, like I said, are difficult to make. So when you're looking at the free ones specifically, you're not getting very long games. So that makes it a lot easier to like complete in a single night and then review in a single night. But overall, it makes the reviews short and snappy, which is exactly what I want, because it gets you out of here quicker and it lets you know simply, is it worth downloading or is it not? If you enjoyed what you saw, go ahead and subscribe for more content like this. I'll get more out eventually on my own timetable. Don't worry about it. Go ahead and leave a like, and more importantly, leave a comment if you have a game recommendation that you would want me to check out, review, play, and let you know if it's worth downloading or not, right? So yeah, go ahead and leave your game suggestions down below in the comments. You can even hit my Twitter at FlyRegasmic if you want to hit me directly, or if you just want the occasional update or just random tweet because I'm bored. So yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out. Now, I don't really have an outro planned or ready. I pretty much never do. So I think I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go from where I came in and just leave it there. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye. Peace. Deuces. All right. I do not know if anyone is going to find that funny. Whatever.